What's going on, everybody? This be your boy DJ Anonymous with SportsbizMusic, the podcast, episode 18. And I got a special guest, Christy Carter.
Yes, Christy Carter, C-A-R-T-E-R.
So introduce yourself to the people.
Okay, so yes, my name is Christy Carter. I started out as Story. That's how most people would know of me, as Story. They don't recognize me as, they say, her face looks familiar, but that name doesn't ring a bell. Because when I started out, my name was Story.
Why did you choose that name at first?
I grew out of it. You know, it was a name I created back in 2013. Mm-hmm. Over time, there was just so many things that happened in my life in which I grew, and I completely outgrew that name. I got tired of hearing it. It gave me like this very corny kind of vibe. Like when people would call me Story, I'll forget that it was my name. And you know, I was more so leaning towards my true self. So I said, let me just go with my birth name and just keep it simple, because I love my name. Because Christy, the definition of Christy is follower of Christ, and I'm trying to take my music like in a more spiritual direction where I can mix spiritual with new era and soul and trap, like all in one, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
So,
yeah, your last name is it's Carter.
Carter.
You know that's a strong last name, and especially in the music industry.
I mean, yeah. A lot of people say, they always ask, you related to Lil Wayne? I'm like, come on, no.
You got Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, like it's a lot of.
Carter.
When she was Carter in the music industry, you know, y'all keep
yeah. I'm ready to meet my family. You know, what's up, fam?
So, what was the starting point of the music? Like, even like falling in love with music before you created music. When did all that started?
I mean, I want to say it started in church. You know, me being a kid, being a choir that I did not want to be in front of a whole bunch of faces that I didn't want to see. I started watching. It was more so movies that got me into music. The Temptations and the Five Heartbeats. Okay. Those were my two favorite movies of all time.
What about Sister Act?
Sister Act 2, I want to say that. Sister Act 2.
Yeah, Sister Act 2, yeah.
Kind of, sort of, but not like the Temptations and the Five Heartbeats. I watched them religiously, like every weekend, as if I'd never watched it before. And it was just because my mother, she had me at 35. So my mother is 61 right now, so she's very old school. So all the music that I grew up on was very old school. See, Sister Act, that was like what, the 90s?
Yeah, like 90s.
Whatever. And then you got music like the Temptations and the Five Heartbeats. It takes you all the way back, like to the 60s, the 50s, and so forth. You know, and that's where I feel like that's where my spirit it lies. Because I mean, if my mom had me at the time that she should have, I would be like what, 30 something right now. But yeah, I have an old soul, so.
I mean, that's the same thing. My mom had me, I believe, at like when she was like 32, 33, so she's about almost 60. I don't want to put her age out there. But I get what you mean, because I always tell people, like, growing up, I listen to like the Commodores, the Isley Brothers, a whole bunch of old school, you know, artists. And then as I got older, when I was like 7 or 8, my mom always listened to Lauryn Hill. You know, so that's when I got introduced. Yeah, Lauryn Hill is everybody's auntie.
Yeah. See, my mom, she don't know nothing about like Lauryn Hill or Erykah Badu or Jill Scott. She's more so like Commodores, Temptations. That's what she grew up on. But what I would tell her, because you know, when I would play music from them, I would say, this is the new era, like what you used to listen to. They're pretty much following in that same footstep. You know, they're not taking their music in a direction where they feel like most people will listen. They're taking their music in a direction where they feel like most people should listen. Like, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's what I want to do. I want to make music, or you know, just listen to music that I feel like I can be proud of, that my mom can be proud of.
So pretty much you was basically influenced by the old school.
Yeah. Old school blues and gospel music. That's what influenced me.
So it always been like that, like like middle school, high school, did you start like listening to like rap, hip hop?
Yeah, I want to say middle school is when I started, listening to like hip hop. I wasn't very fond of like Tupac and Biggie, like how everyone else is.
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing about them. In middle school, hanging around with my friends. I moved out of my mom's house and I was staying with my aunt because I wanted to be around my cousins. They were listening to hip hop, so it influenced me, at an older age than everyone else. So it never really clicked with me. Even to this day, hip hop is not my favorite genre, but if there's like a good enough flow, like the beat is dope, the message is fire, then
So high school, you went to Broward College.
Yeah.
Are you still going there, or you just taking a break from school?
Well, right now, I'm taking a break from school for the simple fact that I'm trying to put more attention, to my music. And personally, like I just didn't feel like I was putting my time into something. I just felt like if I'm gonna go to school, I should go to school doing something that I have like a passion in, that I love doing, and something that'll keep me there. Because I've been to school 3 times. I've went, left, and I haven't been back since. So until I find something that I need in school, for now it's music. Just working on my music.
So what was the first track that you ever recorded? How old you was?
My first track, 1999. At that time, I was 2018. Let's say 5 years ago. So I was like 20 years old at that time when I dropped 1999. And
this is a dope track.
Yeah.
When I thought about 1999, I thought about Prince.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, like when I came up with the concept of 1999, I didn't even realize that there were so many other songs like it. Like I didn't know.
Yeah, like Common had 1999.
I didn't know 1999 was a thing. Like until literally after I dropped the track, like I started hearing people say "party like it's 1999."
Yeah.
I was like, what? It was actually a thing. I did not know that because I'm not really into the outside world like that. I'm a homebody. So to know that I made something without even hearing it first that kind of related, I just felt like I was in, the right place.
So speaking about 1999, what was the process about it? What's the story behind it?
1999 was just I was venting. I missed my childhood. I missed how things used to be, and not necessarily responsibilities as an adult, but the freedom to pretty much just, the innocence of being young. Back in the 90s, like everything was so much different. The music, it was well thought out. It wasn't about entertaining. It was about talent back then. The TV shows were better. I mean, more kids playing outside. And I just miss that, in general. Not necessarily, to party, but as far as just society as a whole was so much better back then, and I just wanted to relive it for 3 minutes in the track. So yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, cause when I thought about 1999, I thought about wrestling, because wrestling was like, the RIP to the WWF is WWE now, but I was like, that was like the greatest year, because that's when when I was young, cause I was like 99, I was like 8, 7. So really, when I started watching wrestling for real, was 99, 2000. And that was like the golden era of everything. Music, sports entertainment, movies, like everything was just like perfect,
Miss those days.
It's a good old days.
It almost brings you to tears sometimes because it just makes you, it really makes you compare today to back then. It's just so different.
Actually, on my last episode, a couple episodes ago with Galliano, we discussed which was the golden era of hip hop, music in general, with hip hop. She said the 90s, I said the 2000s, because the reason why is that the 90s was, she said, like, which is true, it was more for the soul, like people took it more seriously. 2000s is more like you know, people were showing out. But at the same time, you still seen like they still loved it for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the money, because the money was greater. You know, it was, you know, the beginning of the new millennium and stuff like that. But you had the Kanye West that came up during that times, and you know, I tell people all the time, I love and miss that Kanye.
Yeah.
College Dropout, you know what I'm saying? Late Registration, Graduation. My favorite. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one of all time. Like from his category, so for his catalog. So
and see, I don't even listen to hip hop, but Graduation, that was one album of Kanye's from start to finish that I love. Like Kanye, Drake, who else? Childish Gambino.
Childish Gambino came out.
A lot too. Like, well, not necessarily in the 2000s. Like in the beginning of 2000.
He was late. He was late 2000.
Yeah, he was way late. But I'm just in like hip hop in general, because you know that it's not really my thing. But that was when I was more so interested. Like, what was that song? Juvenile.
Juvenile. He had a lot of songs. Yeah, In My Life.
Yeah, You Bad. Yeah.
Back that up. Yeah.
That, like, at that time, because it was so catchy, that's what kind of opened up my ears to hip-hop at that time. Like, music like that, something that can give me, like, a vibe and, you know, get me up on my seat. That's what got me interested. And then later on, it was lyrics, and then after that, it was flow, and after that, it was melody. So
With me, I always tell people, like, I wasn't really a lyrical person, but, you know, if you was a Biggie, Tupac, J. Cole, Kendrick, Ludacris, like Eminem, like I'm naming just artists that like I'm not just gonna listen to the beat, I'm listening to their lyrics, you know, Nas, like. But I always felt like the beat is like the core. It's the beat, the beat and the chorus. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like the core of the whole song.
Yeah.
You know, in the 2000s, you know, I feel like that's when people start appreciating more about the beats and the melodies and things like that, rather than, you know, the lyrics and stuff. Don't get me wrong, the lyrics, you know, that's one of the first things, but
see, like back then, like the bars weren't as like you hear them bars nowadays, like how rappers can take their words and I can't explain it. You know bars, like
yeah.
They didn't have that many bars like back in the days. Back in the day was more so about rhyming. Like,
you had to rhyme.
Yeah, but now it's all about, you know.
It's like Kendrick, Lil Wayne, like J. Cole.
Especially Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Like, he just write bar after bar.
His vocabulary is very, like, it's unlimited. Like, this man, I always like tell people, like, Lil Wayne vocabulary is like, you can't deny the dude. Like, you know, people like him and Kendrick and Scarface, like it's a whole bunch of artists that, you know, Busta Rhymes, like they just very creative, you know. So after 1999, I don't know if you had songs in between, because you had Dark Liquor was on there too. Tell me about that track, cause
okay. So Dark Liquor I released Valentine's Day of 2015 or 2015, and that song, have you heard of Anthony Hamilton? Charlene, that's the beat. I use that same beat, right? And it was pretty much a remake. I was responding to him, like in his song Charlene, he was pretty much talking about being on the road, being this woman, not really understanding all the late nights and the women, all the fans and groupies and stuff, and I gave her side of the story, you know, pretty much responding to him in a way, you know. Me, what I would do, like normally if I'm stuck at home while my man is probably on his way home from a tour or something like that, I'll probably, you know, have me a glass of wine, you know, at the time I had Hennessy, so that's what I wrote about, Dark Liquor. And, you know, just waiting, just pretty much giving that female perspective of what we go through when we're waiting. Because he made the song sound like, you know, baby, don't go, I love you, and have these people feel like, damn, don't leave him, he really love you, girl, he out there just making his music. But it's not easy for a woman, especially if she doesn't understand, like, you know, she supports you, but she don't understand how, if you really love her, how you can leave her, you know, like that. And that song was just me